Jordan Lilley, Bradford's first pre-season run out of the new season, and a fairly positive result.
Yeah, we're good. We had some things we wanted to implement, and some philosophies that we've been working on in pre-season that we wanted to try and put onto the field today. And I thought we did that in conditions where it were a very boggy pitch, very heavy, and it slowed the game down to a certain extent. But in some ways, for me playing hooker, it were we're all right. But no, really pleasing for the first outing. Loads to work on, and it's pre-season game 1, so we've got 2 more before the start of the season, and that's when we want to get it right for.
Mark's just said he'd class it as a 7 out of 10 performance. Where do you feel Bradford probably need to improve, Jordan, on the back of that today?
I think obviously we look at the 2 tries that we obviously conceded in the one in the first half, where it was quite a simple try that scored, and there's some of the things that we're priding ourselves this year on defending that and working for each other and cleaning all that up. And obviously the one they scored 3 tries today, 3 tries won it, and there were a sloppy one towards the back end, so we fixed them things up and them areas, and I think we're good. Attack wise, we again conditions kind of hindered that, but I thought in tough conditions we threw the ball about well and showed some glimpses of what Jack Walker can do when he gets in a bit of open space. And you've got your Ben Blackmore's carrying out yardage for us and getting us out well. Jaden Myers looked really well in that centre, and the list goes on, and the middle pack did really well in fronting him up. So all round pleasing. Loads of areas, as I said, to work on, and we'll review that this week, and going into the Huddersfield game will be better. You
mentioned the pitch, and obviously muddy and difficult, but on the back of that, you mentioned the Jack Walker try. You yourself and Miles Lawford have all scored on the back of set pieces from the scrum.
Yeah, we've obviously been working a little bit on scrum plays and isolating defenders, and it showed today what you can do when you isolate defenders and get defenders to make a decision, and then off the back of that it's up to the half-backs to make the right call, whether it's a show and go, whether it's to hit that lead man or hit the man out the back. So that's our job, and luckily today we executed them well. But I think all in all we'll be looking defensively to improve, and obviously we mentioned the conditions, but it's that time of year now, so come round 1 we'll have to be good at home when it's going to be just like this.
It's no secret, Jordan, Bradford have 4 half-backs, yourself, Deck, Tom and Miles. 4 into 2 don't go. He's started you at 9 today, but he's also put Tom there. Obviously Miles has done a bit at 9. What are your thoughts around that? Could you see yourself evolving into a 9, or do you still want to be in the house?
It sounds daft, but I ain't really bothered. As long as I'm on the field, I'm happy. Whether that's playing 9, half-back, prop, wing, centre, wherever it may be, I'm just happy to be on that field. So wherever it is, I'll do my job and to the best of my ability. My preferred position's the half-back, but I don't mind the hooker. It means you can get involved a lot more and have more involvement in terms of defensively, and that's something that I really, for a 5'8" guy, I enjoy the rough and the tough in the middle. So it'll be interesting come round 1 where everyone's playing, but I think it showed today that there's that versatility in the team where anyone can play anywhere, and we can mix and match where everyone's playing. So come round 1 it'll be good, and we'll see where everyone plays.
There feels, and certainly seems to be, a lot of optimism around the club at this moment in time. Is that rubbing off on the players, what you're feeling from the terraces after this first pre-season game?
Yeah, I think Bradford in past time have been through a lot. That's no secret to anyone, and obviously I've said in previous interviews years gone by we're building, and I think that's showing now that we really are building. And this year the board have done a great job in the signings they've brought in, and they brought some exciting talent in for the fans to come and watch, and that's perfect for me to play alongside some of these superstars, and hopefully it can put us in good stead to push for that ultimate top spot. So we've got high expectations. The Michael Lawrence's, the Bodin Thompsons have come in and set some high expectations and standards, and obviously Mark and Lee at the top have done that as well. So we're trying to fulfil them expectations and working week on week. So I'm sure you'll see a much improved Bradford team this year, and a Bradford team that's hungry for its success.
And just finally, Jordan, obviously last year you were vice captain. You're still part of the leadership group. Mark felt by taking it away from you this year, it allowed you to focus on playing and see the best version of Jordan, Lilley?
Yeah, no, that's right. You know, when you bring the likes of Bodine Thompson and Michael Lawrence, as I've just said, you know, you can't expect to be there. They've been there and done it and been around the block. So you know, for me to learn off them kind of players and being in and around that leadership group, and you know, in my own way, I'm a talker anyway. I'm quite vocal, as you've seen on the field. I run around like an headless chicken, and you know, I'll always do that. And so, you know, whether I'm vice captain, captain, or whether I'm just in a leadership group or not, it don't matter to me. I'll still be a leader in my own way, and you know, lead the way in what I'm doing, and try and set them standards as well. So yeah, obviously, you know, it's nice to get them accolades, but again, I see where Mark were going with the focusing on myself, and I think when I'm focusing on just one job that I need to do, you know, that's the best version of me.